Match week 37, a week before the end of the Premier League. We are almost coming to the end of the 2024-2025 Premier League season. So now I want you to tell me, what have you learned from the Premier League season 2024/2025? What did you learn? Did your team progress? Did your team regress? What are your hopes and aspirations for your team for next season? Which players do you want to see your team sign? Let's have this conversation. Let's go. Join me.
Welcome to Football Madness. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share this. Now let's go have some fun. Let's go.
Back again to another week of Premier League review and preview show. We are back for another delicious, another fantastic, another transcending episode. For those of you that are just joining us for the first time, you are welcome to Football Madness platform. On this platform, we tend to interpret football with a little bit of humor, a little bit of banter. We mix it all up. Thank you for joining me for another episode, guys. Please remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share this video with your friend that want a friend that need a friend, your family members. Football Madness is for everyone. Let's introduce Football Madness to everyone. Please, 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 please. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. For our returning subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for always staying dialed in. Thank you for always watching the videos. Thank you for always sharing the videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. I appreciate the support. We are back again for another week. This is match week 37. Match week 37 promised to be interesting, promised to be transcending, promised to be fantastic. Goals upon goals upon goals. I can see the matchups. They are very, very important. They are very, very pivotal for this Premier League top 5 race that we have been discussing for the past few weeks. The 2024-2025 Premier League season is gradually coming to an end. At this point, I think probably in the next 2 weeks or the next 3 weeks, I'll be doing my team of the season and my flop team of the season. I will have two different teams, the team of the season and the flop or the failures of this season, whatever you want to call it. I'll be having those two teams in the next 2-3 weeks coming up. So look forward to doing that. Please stay dialed in, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos. For this week episode, I want us to actually start looking at the transfers that are coming off our individual teams. Last summer, I believe that last summer was the coaches transfer. A lot of teams were looking for coaches. A lot of teams were picking up coaches. I believe that this summer that is coming up, a lot of teams are going to be signing players. This is going to be the players transfer. A lot of teams need to fill void. A lot of teams need to pick up players this particular summer. So it's going to be an interesting one this summer. A lot of teams are going to be signing strikers in particular. Manchester United need a striker. Chelsea need a striker. Liverpool need a striker. Arsenal need a striker. The only team that actually have a striker right now will be Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City. That's the top 6 teams. But definitely for the rest, everyone need a striker. So it's going to be an interesting one this summer. For the first game we have on our list, we have the game between Chelsea and Manchester United. Oh my Lord, this is going to be an interesting game. Chelsea at this point cannot afford to drop any more points. Chelsea cannot afford to lose any more games. Man, what happened to Chelsea this season, man? I need the Chelsea fans to actually explain to me what happened to Chelsea this season. Chelsea at the beginning of the season were flying, high hopes. They had aspiration. They had goals. They were looking like an important team. They were looking like a serious team. They were looking like they were going somewhere. But unfortunately, it all came down crashing on them. Enzo Maresca pretty much lost it all at this point. This man is... Man, Enzo Maresca is so delusional. His selection were horrible as the team progressed. If I understand that they had injury, you can blame injury, but at the end of the day, you are the coach of the team, you are the leader of the team. You have to take responsibility for your choices. You have to take responsibility for your actions. That is the key for this week. This weekend conversation is taking responsibility for your actions, taking responsibility for your choices. Enzo Maresca, you have to take the responsibility. If I was the Chelsea manager, if I was the Chelsea owner, if I was the Chelsea chairman, I am not bringing you back. Thank you for your service. You can hit the road. That's it. You are not him. You are not the one that will take Chelsea to the promised land. No, no, no. Thank you for your service. Bye-bye. That's it. But the key to victory for Chelsea against Manchester United will be their offense, number one. Chelsea need to start scoring goals. Like, I do not know what it is. Chelsea need to start scoring goals. Cole Palmer he need to get back in the he need to get back in the ice or something. He need to take him to Iceland or somewhere. He need to get back to himself. You are not going to get in this top 5 race without scoring goals. Aston Villa is pretty much tied with the same points with Chelsea. Behind them is Nottingham Forest with 62 points, 1 point gap. Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa is there looking at Chelsea, ready to snatch that 5th place from Chelsea. You see, I believe that these Chelsea fans are the most confused group of people I've ever met in my life at this point. A couple of weeks ago, Chelsea fans were clamoring, they were making noise, they were calling out, oh, the reason why we are not winning games is because Jackson is injured, it's because Jackson is not available. The reason why Cole Palmer is not doing well is because Jackson is not there to finish the chances that he's creating. Here comes Jackson. Jackson came back. Now, the narrative has changed. It is now, oh, Jackson cannot finish. It's now Jackson's problem. It's Jackson's fault. Which one is it? Is Jackson the savior or is Jackson the problem? You have to make up your mind. You cannot have it both ways. Jackson is finally tired of you. That's why Jackson went and gave himself a red card. Against Manchester United, there will be no Jackson to blame. Cole Palmer have to do it on his own. There will be no Jackson. Jackson already took himself out of the game. He has a red card. He's suspended. If Chelsea do not beat Manchester United, if Chelsea do not come out of Stamford Bridge against Manchester United with maximum 3 points, Chelsea and Chelsea alone will have themselves to blame. If Chelsea should flop this top 5 race, Chelsea will have themselves to blame. Aston Villa is looking like the team that have easy features in those run for the last 2 games. It looks like Aston Villa. Yeah, it looks like Aston Villa have the easiest features. The last 2 games for Aston Villa will pretty much be easy. And Aston Villa look like they are in better form than Chelsea. They've won 4 of their last 5. Chelsea have only won 3 in their last 5. But compared to Manchester United only drew 1 in their last 5. They are in a terrible form. If Chelsea do not make an example of Manchester United, they should have themselves to blame. Going forward against Manchester United, like I said, the primary key to victory will be the offense. They need to score goals. The secondary key to victory needs to be their defense. They need to keep clean sheets. Against Newcastle last weekend, they lost 2-0. That game was a flawless victory for Newcastle. Newcastle took them to footballing school and schooled them. From the get-go, Newcastle was dominating the game. Newcastle was pressing. Newcastle knew what they were there to do. And Chelsea was lost and confused. Losing 2-0 to Newcastle is unacceptable at this point of the season. This is when the games matter. This is games on the line. When everything is on the line, you cannot afford to be dropping points. On the other end for Manchester United have nothing, I mean nothing, absolutely nothing to play for this season in the Premier League. They've taken all their chips and they've taken all their chips, they've placed it in the Europa League. The only concern that Manchester United have this season is the Europa League. They are there chasing a ticket back to the Champions League. If Chelsea, I repeat myself, if Chelsea do not defeat Manchester United this weekend, Chelsea will have themselves to blame. This is as easy as it's going to get. Manchester United do not care anymore about Premier League games. They are giving it away for free. I'm telling you, they are giving it away for free. They drew 1 game out of their last 5. They lost 4 out of their last 5 for a reason. They are pretty much doing bonanza. You want 3 points, you can have it. You want 3 points, you can have it. You want 3 points, you can have it. Take. That's it. It is up to Chelsea. On Friday, when this game kick off, you need to be dialed in. You need to play this game like you have everything to lose. Your season is definitely on the line. This is the only way you can get back in the Champions League. You are not getting back to the Champions League from the Conference League. It's not happening. Your only way back to the Champions League is from the Premier League, top 5. And this journey starts against Manchester United. You need to beat Manchester United because Aston Villa is not playing at all. I can promise you that Aston Villa is not playing. So going forward into this game, the key to victory for Manchester United, I do not think Manchester United have any plan of winning this game. But if they want to win this game, the first thing they are going to try to do is they are going to defend. They are on the road anyway. They will try to defend. They will try to frustrate Chelsea. Chelsea need to look forward to that. They will try to play on the counter-attack. Diallo is back from injury. Manchester United will try to play on the counter-attack against Chelsea. They will not have any plan of holding possession. They are going to sit back and try to catch Chelsea on the counter-attack. And it's up to Chelsea to be sound. It's up to Chelsea to know what they want out of this game, and they need to go out there and play like they know what's on the line. That is what I have for you guys from this game. The next game we'll have on our list will be the game between Arsenal versus Newcastle. This is the game of the weekend. This game is going to be entertaining. This game is going to be a battle to watch. Arsenal have a point to prove against Newcastle. Newcastle have pretty much terrorized Arsenal this entire season. It's now time for Arsenal to show Newcastle who is boss, who is the man. So this game is going to be entertaining. If you are a neutral fan, this is the game you need to watch. You need to be dialed in. You need to be ready for this game. This is the game to watch this weekend. Arsenal versus Newcastle. Arsenal this season, yes, they have nothing to play for. Their season is done. I pretty much saw Arsenal in the transfer market already. They are there signing player, making agreement with Zubimendi. Arsenal is done. Arsenal is already in the transfer market. They're looking to replace players. They're looking to bring in new players into their team. They're already in the transfer market. Newcastle, on the other hand, Newcastle have everything to play for. These next 2 games, Newcastle have everything to play for. Against Arsenal, Newcastle need to go into this game with maximum energy, maximum strength, like a team that have something to lose, because they actually do have something to lose. Arsenal have nothing to lose. Top 5 is sealed. Arsenal is going to be in the Champions League next season. It's now up to Newcastle to go and chase their own points. For Arsenal, the key to victory for Arsenal in this game is going to be their ability to create chances. Going down 2-0 against Liverpool in the Premier League last weekend, and then coming back in the second half, we saw that. Do not try that against Newcastle. If Arsenal should go down 2-0 against Newcastle, it is game and game over. Liverpool is already on the beach. They're in Ibiza, they're in Saudi Arabia, they're on a cruise somewhere, they're enjoying themselves. Liverpool do not even practice anymore. But for Newcastle, Newcastle have everything to play for. Newcastle have everything on the line. Every game on the line for Newcastle. Newcastle need every point they can find to make sure that they can solidify their top 5 race. So it's up to Arsenal to go out there, set the tempo, set the pace, and cause damages to Newcastle's top 5 race. Like I said, the primary key to victory for Arsenal would be the ability to create chances, ability to finish. And the secondary key to victory would be ability to defend. You cannot concede 2 early goals. You cannot go down 2-0 like you did against Liverpool and expect to come back against Newcastle. It's not happening. Do not get Newcastle going. Do not get their team comfortable. Make sure that it's a difficult game. Make sure that they do not get comfortable in that game, and make sure that they are not settled in that game. Newcastle have everything to lose. Do not back them into a corner. A team like that can be dangerous. I look forward to watching this game. I believe this game is going to be entertaining. If you are a neutral fan, this is the game to watch. Grab your popcorn, grab your drink. You are going to enjoy watching this Arsenal versus Newcastle game. Guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's go. For the next game we have on our list, we have the game between Brighton and Liverpool. I don't know why Liverpool is still playing this season. Just go ahead and forfeit the rest of the game. This entire week, the players were in Saudi Arabia on a yacht somewhere, enjoying themselves, turning it up. Liverpool have zero plans of playing football for the rest of the season. I can tell you that. Liverpool have zero plans of playing football. Arne Slot is in Ibiza somewhere, enjoying himself, living the best life. And is that the person you expect to be coaching against Brighton? These guys have nothing to show anymore. They have nothing to prove. Their season is done and dusted. All Liverpool is waiting on is for their trophy celebration. If Brighton need 3 points, this is an opportunity for Brighton to take 3 points against Liverpool. Liverpool have zero plans of playing football for the rest of the season. So this will be an opportunity for Brighton to capitalize, an opportunity for Brighton to pick up 3 points. It's up to Brighton to establish themselves. If Brighton want 3 points, it's up to them. Liverpool, already on the beach somewhere, enjoying themselves, sipping on some martini, living their best life, partying it up. Zero practice, zero conditioning. Like I'm telling you, this is an opportunity for Brighton to pick up 3 points. I do not know why Liverpool is still playing. They should just go ahead and, like I said, forfeit the rest of the season instead of wasting your time. Just go ahead and start doing giveaway like Manchester United did the entire season. Just give people, take it 3 points. You take 2, just be giving it all out. I told you guys last week, I do not see Liverpool winning any more games for the rest of the season. Yes, I do not see it. They lost to Chelsea. They drew to Arsenal. Brighton, the max I can see from this game is probably another draw, or they probably lose the game. Liverpool is not winning any game for the rest of the season. They are not playing football anymore. The season is done and dusted. They have nothing else to prove. The key to victory for Liverpool against Brighton is going to start from their defense. They went 2-0 up against Arsenal and then they conceded 2 goals in the second half. You cannot be giving up goals like that. You need to learn to control the games. That's something we need to look forward to next season. Ability to control games, ability to shut out team. The goals that Liverpool had conceded this season, majority of them were cheap goals. Majority of them were own goals or mistake. Like, you cannot give goals like that away. So next season, and a slot, that's something to look out for. You need to get this backline, this defense. We need to revamp this defense. You need to get new players, new body in that defense. The Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robinson playing together has come to an end. Thank you. It's time to bring in new players in that defense. It's time to revamp that defense. Let's renew that defense. Let's go for another season. The secondary key to victory will be ability to finish. The game against Arsenal, Liverpool were missing a lot of chances. The game against Chelsea, same thing. Nunes had an opportunity to head the ball into the net. The net was on the right hand side. The ball was going towards Troy. So, ability to finish chances. You need to finish against Brighton. I remember the first game against Brighton this season. That was actually one of my best games of the season. I enjoyed that game, especially the goal from Mo Salah. Majority of players, I've seen a lot of players miss that type of goals. Every time they missed it, they go to call that ball, they hit it over the bar, they hit it wide. So going forward against Brighton, this is a game that I look forward to watch. I believe this game is going to be entertaining. If you are a Liverpool fans, you should probably do not expect much from this game. Just enjoy the season, enjoy yourself, be on a happy mood. Do not go and have any expectation against Brighton. I am giving you a sound warning now. Have no expectation from the Brighton game. The season is already over. We are looking forward to watching the rest of the season. We are looking forward to seeing the trophy being lifted, but do not have any expectation on winning games. Do not have any expectation of the team. They've done their best. They've actually won the league for you. So just take that and be happy with that. For the next game we have on our list, we have the game between Manchester City and Bournemouth. This is going to be an interesting watch. Bournemouth this season has been one of the surprising team of this season. I enjoyed the football they've played this season. I've actually seen majority of their games because I actually enjoy watching Bournemouth play football. Manchester City, this last few weeks, they've been on it. They are one of the most informed side in the Premier League right now. Brentford, Manchester City, that's the two most informed teams right now in the Premier League. And then when you start going after that, you start seeing the likes of Wolves, the likes of Aston Villa. Those are teams that are on superb form right now in the Premier League. But getting back into the game, the key to victory for Manchester City against Bournemouth, Manchester City need to score. Last weekend, Manchester City drew 0-0 to Southampton. Southampton are still turning up till today. They are still celebrating a 0-0 draw against Manchester City till now. They've been having a party, they've been having a carnival, they've been celebrating the draw. Manchester City created a lot of chances. They got themselves in very good positions to finish, but they couldn't score. Against Bournemouth, you have to take your chances. You have to finish. We saw the return of Haaland against Southampton. Haaland is back from injury, so I look forward to watching that game against Bournemouth this weekend. Oh, I think the game is supposed to be on Tuesday, not even this weekend. It's going to be on Tuesday. So I look forward to watching that game. It's going to be an interesting watch. Manchester City will be back at home at Etihad Stadium, so it's going to be an interesting one. They are going to play better. Southampton, continue celebrating, continue enjoying your 1 point. That is probably the best points they've earned this season. They played their defensive game, they packed the bus, and they refused to contribute to the entire game. They were just playing defense, packing the bus. That's it. So it's up to Manchester City to take their chances against Bournemouth. You have to take your chances. You have to finish. You cannot give teams any hope, any opportunity. You have to get into the game and you have to take your chances. The secondary key to victory will definitely be their midfielders' ability to create. Kevin De Bruyne, Foden, our MVP of last year that have decided to turn himself into a substitute this year. We look forward to seeing what you are going to offer us against Bournemouth. This is going to be an interesting watch. We have come to the end of this week review and preview show. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Thank you guys for watching the episode. Please remember to like, remember to share. I'll catch you guys next time. Let's go.